Now at 5:30, new information this morning on a tragic story we've been tracking since yesterday. A young boy was killed when his school bus hit him in Whitley County, and it's now been identified by state police.
Also on WKYT this morning, a bizarre story out of Franklin County. A Frankfort grandfather shot a man who he says tried to take one of his grandchildren.
To adjust for snow days, many schools changing the length of the school day to make up time.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning. Welcome in. It is Tuesday, March 24th. We're glad you're with us on WKYT This Morning. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. Hope your Tuesday is off to a fabulous start. A little bit chilly.
It is that, and it looks like it'll be that way today. Maybe a little warmer tomorrow. Here's meteorologist Micah Harris.
Yeah, it is a little chilly outside, and what we're going to be seeing, well, the clouds overhead right now, but it looks like as we go through the day, we're going to be seeing a few showers too. Now, there's First Alert Defender Live Radar. There's nothing on it right now. Temperatures are in the 30s and 40s down south, 30s for the rest of our viewing area, 33 now in Lexington, Richmond at 36. Work your way into Springfield, go over toward the eastern zones, Morgan County, Wolf, Magoffin, Breathitt, holding on to 30s and 40s. Planning out your Tuesday, you'll have that small chance of rain, mostly cloudy skies. Temperatures will finish off for most in the 50s. But down south, it'll feel good once again. It's a big temperature gradient for today. Now, taking off tomorrow, hey, all of us will be in the 60s and 70s. But it doesn't last long. A big drop of temperatures the very next day. I'll show you how low we go with those numbers coming up.
Micah, thank you. We'll see you in just a bit, and let's get to the news.
Yeah, we have some new information this morning on a tragic story we've been tracking out of Whitley County. It's been happening since yesterday afternoon.
Kentucky State Police have now identified the young boy who died after being hit by a bus as 10-year-old Jonathan Chatham. WKYT's Mark Barber is at our live desk with the latest developments on how the community is trying to cope with this tremendous loss. Mark, good morning.
Good morning, Bill and Rebecca. Right now, they are rallying around Jonathan Chatham's family, donating hundreds of dollars to help them through this terrible tragedy. We've learned from an online GoFundMe page that at just 10 years old, Jonathan was a cancer survivor who had battled leukemia. The boy, who was described as having a heart of gold, was killed around 3:45 yesterday afternoon on Highway 779 in Whitley County. The sheriff says just like Jonathan did every day, he got off at the bus stop outside his house and cleared the bus. But investigators say that's when something went terribly wrong. We're told Jonathan went into a ditch line and then came back up on the road. Troopers say he was hit by the bus as it was pulling away. According to the sheriff, the difficult scene played out as 20 other students were on the bus and one or both of the boys' parents watched. Jonathan's death has shaken the tight-knit school district, which has canceled school for the day.
You can live your whole life and nothing like this happens, and then all of a sudden it happens. You think it's not going to happen in this community, it's not going to happen to us, but it has.
State troopers say they are still investigating, but we're told it appears as if this was just quite possibly a terrible accident. From the live desk, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Thank you very much, Mark. New this morning, a Lexington man is in jail and charged with abusing an infant. Police arrested 26-year-old Matthew Byers for criminal abuse. According to court documents, Byers cared for the 1-month-old while her mother was sleeping. The next morning, the mother took the baby to the emergency room at UK after noticing that she had extreme pain. Doctors there told police that the infant had 7 different bone fractures. Police arrested Byers after the mother provided video evidence showing the baby was fine before Byers cared for her.
Well, Clay County deputies are investigating after someone found human remains near a cemetery. Firefighters with the U.S. Forest Service were fighting the forest fire when they found what appears to be a human skull. State police are heading up the investigation. Troopers say it's not a death investigation at this point. The Clay County Sheriff says there are no active missing persons cases in the county at this time. The skull will be sent to the state medical examiner's office. A construction worker had to be rescued after falling into a concrete pier in Perry County. It happened at the site of a bridge replacement project on Old Highway 80 in the Combs community. Investigators say the job site foreman lost his footing and fell 20 to 30 feet. Rescuers lowered a basket into the pier, then rappelled down to bring him to safety. Investigators say the man was airlifted to a hospital. Neither his name or condition at this point have been released.
A man and his grandchildren had to fight off a stranger who they say attacked and threatened them. Robert Redmond says he was outside his Frankfort home with his grandchildren over the weekend when a stranger came up to them. Redmond says the stranger told him that God wanted him to have one of the children. Then Redmond says the stranger attacked him. As his grandchildren started kicking the stranger, Redmond says he broke free, grabbed a gun from his truck, and shot the man in the leg. And the kids say it all gave them a chance to practice their karate lessons.
I was the only line of protection for my wife and my grandkids. And he was not going to get past me.
We have to practice a lot. And that guy was the perfect target.
Police say the man shot had non-life-threatening injuries. No one has been charged with a crime, but the Commonwealth's attorney will investigate all the circumstances.
A Madison County couple's in jail this morning accused of being under the influence of drugs while caring for their baby. Berea police charged 47-year-old Michael Lecomte and 43-year-old Amy Hagan with public intoxication and endangering the welfare of a minor. Police say they found Lecomte passing in and out of consciousness in a car outside a Dollar General. They say the 1-year-old was in the back seat. Hagan was inside the store. The toddler is now with social services. Well, a 12-year-old Colorado girl is accused of trying to poison her own mother. Police say it was revenge because her mom took away her cell phone. Officers say the girl's mother noticed a bleach smell in her smoothie. She thought it was just from a cleaning solution, but later noticed the smell coming again from a bottle of water in her room. Police say when she confronted her daughter, the girl told her she was trying to kill her for taking away her iPhone. The girl is now charged with attempted murder.
A dog in Garrett County is recovering from injuries that investigators think may have been caused from dog fighting. A couple found the dog along Highway 52 Saturday night and brought him to the Garrett County animal shelters. Workers there say a veterinarian told them that the dog's injuries were not caused by any accident. The animal shelter named the dog Warrior because of what he's been through. The workers say they have been contacted by someone claiming to be his owner who said he got loose and was attacked before he was found.
A maker of organic food is recalling many of its products because of possible listeria contamination. California-based Amy's Kitchen is recalling its spinach-based frozen meals. Nearly 74,000 cases of products been recalled. Company representatives say they have not heard of illnesses so far, but they want to be careful. Some of the recalled products include vegetable lasagna, brown rice bowls, and breakfast wraps. For a complete list of recalled products, you can look on our website at WKYT.com.
As time runs out for the Kentucky legislative session, lawmakers are trying to finalize decisions on some key bills. The governor wants them to stabilize the state's declining gas tax to keep the state's road fund from losing a lot of money. Yesterday, high school students rallied for a bill that would put a student on committees selecting a school superintendent. And the House and Senate are still trying to reach a compromise on a bill to fight heroin. The session is scheduled to end at midnight tonight, but the calendar could be pushed back to Friday to give lawmakers more time to pass the heroin bill.
Well, the school day will soon be a little bit longer for Fayette County school students. The school board approved extending the day by 30 minutes beginning next month. WKYT's Sean Moody is live from the Fayette County School Board Central Office with the latest on how these changes will impact kids there. Good morning.
Good morning, Rebecca and Bill. Kids will likely be happy they're not going to have to go much further into their summer vacation, but some of the parents might find the schedule changes a little bit of a headache. Kids will be in classes 30 minutes longer per day, but they'll only have to go 2 days beyond their original end date. That's the last day of school was originally going to be May 27th. Now they'll go on until May 29th. They missed 7 days because of snow. They'll also have school on a couple of other makeup days, March 20th and April 10th. Now, state law requires schools to have 170 teaching days per school year. Starting on April 20th, students will be in school 30 minutes longer per day. That means parents may need to make some adjustments to their schedules. Now, the school board also announced some upcoming graduation dates. Lafayette and Tates Creek High Schools will have their graduations on May 29th. Bryan Station, Henry Clay, and Dunbar seniors will graduate on May 30th. Live in Lexington, Sean Moody, WKYT.
Well, several other school systems have now approved their last days of class. It's May 27th for Jessamine County students. While they missed several days of school thanks to the snowstorm, students still did school work at home as part of a pilot program They used all 10 non-traditional learning days allowed by the state. Madison County will be getting out on June 1st. The last days for Bourbon County students, June 3rd, and in Woodford County, it is June 5th.
Just weeks before the start of the Major League Baseball season, two of the leading brands in baseball are teaming up. Wilson Sporting Goods is buying the Louisville Slugger brand for a whopping $70 million. Hillerich and Bradsby, the family-owned business that has made the bats for more than a century, will continue making them for Wilson at the Louisville factory. All right, our time this morning is 5:40. It's 20 before 6 on WKYT This Morning.
Checking live drive traffic. Broadway and High Street looking good. We do have a new little bit of a construction to tell you about. New circle between Creative Drive and the Railroad Bridge. The left lane's blocked in both directions for waterline work. That's according to the city of Lexington. Also, I-75 South, there's work going on there.
Right, especially south of the Clays Ferry Bridge, heading down into central Madison County. Keep that in mind. That's mainly southbound at this point. And more news is coming up on WKYT on your Tuesday morning. Sure is good to have you with us right here.
He's no cat, but Sam the dog has some extra lives as well. We'll tell you more about his survival story after he fell from a balcony.
It's all about the temperatures the next few days. We get really, really warm right there in the 70s for all, and then we drop it right back down. I'll show you how low we go with these numbers coming up next.